Time Warner Cable is pleased to be an underwriting sponsor for Carolina Week.
Coming up on the February 21st edition of Carolina Week. The votes are in, and Eve Carson is your new student body president. We'll have a recap of last night's election results.
Could a strange bee disappearance make your food more expensive? I'll have the answer coming up.
In sports, the men's basketball team is set to face NC State again tonight. But what will it take for them to pull out the win?
Weathercaster Johnny O is here with your Carolina Week 4-day forecast.
All that and some good old Carolina barbecue.
Carolina Week starts right now.
From the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, this is Carolina Week.
Hello and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Carolina Week. I'm Adam Rue.
And I'm Jessica Floyd. After lots of campaigning, election season is finally over.
That's right, Jessica. After garnering 55% of the vote, Eve Carson will be next year's student body president. Reporter Jaime Zaya has more about Carson's big night.
After 5 weeks of campaigning, both Eve Carson and Nick Neptune ended up in her newsroom waiting for the official results of the runoff election for student body president. It was a long wait, and after many interviews, Carson and Neptune listened attentively as the Board of Elections announced the winner.
With 3,639 votes, Eve Carson is the student body president of the University of North Carolina.
Right after the announcement, Carson told us that all the hard work finally paid off.
I look at it as the product of a lot of hard work and a really committed team. We put so much work into our ideas, into our research, and into just getting out there as much as possible to connect with students.
Now, from James Allred to Eve Carson, students can count on their new student body president to be as involved in their lives as the former president.
I just want to get as many people involved in student government as will get involved. You're going to see my face around campus, you're going to see my face at your organization meetings. This is going to be a big year for student government, and I think it'll be a really fun year for the school.
Carson promised to begin working on her platform as early as this morning, but last night it was all about celebrating. In Chapel Hill, I'm Jaime Zaya, Carolina Week.
Carson will get right to work fulfilling some of her campaign promises, which include improving course registration, increasing wireless connectivity on campus, and starting a big-name speaker series.
It's time to get your dancing shoes out. Dance Marathon starts Friday. Committee members have been working hard to recreate the success of last year's event, which raised more than $200,000. This week, the committee has been finalizing food donations, decorating Fetzer Gym, and getting dancers and moralers excited. Event coordinator Erica Newman says that her favorite part of the dance marathon is when families get involved.
Where we bring in families from the hospital who have been helped by Dance Marathon and the For the Kids Fund, and they share their stories, and a lot of times they'll bring their kids as well, and it's just a great way for the dancers to really see how much their money has done that they've raised.
This 24-hour dance party started at UNC in 1999.
Dance Marathon isn't your only opportunity to give back. One Carolina sorority is giving you the chance to run for a good cause. The Zeta Tau Alpha sorority is hosting its 18th annual Franklin 5K run this Saturday. The event raises money for breast cancer research and last year brought in more than $35,000. If you're interested in running, just find the booth in the pit, fill out a registration form, and pay a $12 entry fee. You can also register online. For more information, visit our website, carolinaweek.org. The number of homeless people in the Triangle increased this year, according to a survey taken by local nonprofit and social service groups. The survey counted the number of people sleeping on park benches, in cars, or in abandoned buildings, along with those staying in shelters. This year, the number of homeless people in Wake, Durham, and Orange counties was slightly higher than last year, but still lower than 2 years ago. And in Chapel Hill, officials say this year's shelters were full.
We serve 210 women and children at our women's facility, 603 men in our men's facility. So that's a lot of people.
Experts say they don't have any solid reasons for the changes, but they think the local economy and increasing cost of housing could be factors.
One campus organization is $100 million richer. Reporter Katie Klein spoke to a current scholar and members of the Moorhead Foundation to see how this gift will impact the university.
From teaching English in Thailand, researching AIDS in Tanzania, to studying abroad in Cuba, Senior Jonathan McNeil's college experience is far from ordinary, and he almost didn't come to UNC.
I'm from Durham, but I never even really considered going to UNC.
Each year, students who would otherwise attend Ivy League schools come to Chapel Hill instead, as Moorhead scholars.
The allure of the scholarship, the way it offered kind of like a selectivity idea behind it, and in addition, just the numerous opportunities offered.
Yet this year's graduating class is one of the smallest in history. Associate Director Megan Miscotti says it's a result of tuition going up, while returns on the Moorhead endowment remain the same. But that has all changed with the announcement of a $100 million gift from the Gordon and Mary Cain Foundation.
It's a little overwhelming.
More money means bringing even more scholars to the university, and in turn, enhancing the school's reputation.
And what this does is give us a chance to give 50% more merit scholarships. It's a great situation because we can really innovate. We can really try to come up with some new ideas.
How the foundation will use all the money is still unclear, but everyone is excited for change and a new name.
We're going to be the last graduating class of Moorhead scholars. Every class after this will be Moorhead Cain scholars.
And McNeil couldn't be happier that he's a Tar Heel.
And I love UNC for the same reason that every other student at UNC does, the sports, the people, the friends, everything else. But in addition, I've had the opportunity to have multiple life-changing experiences.
In Chapel Hill, I'm Katie Klein, Carolina Week.
You know, this is pretty interesting. Moorhead alums are in 24 countries around the world. Current scholars include newly elected student body president Eve Carson and both UNC students who received the Rhodes Scholarship this year.
Well, that $100 million donation is one of the biggest in history, and the money keeps on rolling in to UNC. Earlier today, it was announced that a former School of Public Health professor, Dennis Gillings, just donated $50 million to the school, which pushes the Carolina First fundraising campaign over its $2 billion goal.
Well, the school has gotten 2 major cash infusions in the past week, but coming up, we'll show you why vanishing bees in North Carolina could mean what that can mean, and vanishing money could be going out of your pocket.